When I first got into the music business, I had this one big dream: to travel the world and get paid for doing what I love to do. Music was my golden ticket, and it didn't disappoint. It took me places I couldn't even imagine. One of those places was the beautiful island of St. Lucia. Now, I thought it would be just another gig, but it turned out to be a lot more than that. I still remember getting off the plane, feeling that humid Caribbean air hit me as we made our way to baggage claim. The promoter and their team greeted us, all smiles and helpful hands, taking care of our bags and musical equipment. The baggage handlers were black, just like back home in the US, so nothing really registered at first. Then I noticed the bus driver was black, and as we drove to our hotel, the bellhops who helped us with our luggage were black too. Again, not unusual. I'm from Los Angeles after all. Then I walked into the hotel, a stunning place with marble floors and chandeliers. Then something clicked. For the first time, I was in a place where people who looked like me were the majority, from the hotel staff to the businesses in town. As a black man from the US, where we make up 14% of the population, I'd never experienced anything like this. I was so used to being in predominantly white spaces that this was a complete shift in my reality. It hit me hard, but in the best way possible. For the next week, I let myself fully soak in this new world. But after all the wonderful experiences I've had in St. Lucia, the moment that impacted me the most happened in a small boutique. As I walked through this store, it was so subtle that it took me a few minutes to realize what it was until it hit me. No one was watching me. This is what it must feel like to be white in the United States of America, to move through life without the constant weight of suspicion. It was like a freedom I hadn't even known I was missing until that moment. This might seem like a small thing to most people, but as a black person from the US, it's monumental. The best way I can describe it is like carrying a backpack filled with pebbles. When you're young, you start with a few pebbles, small incidents, subtle slights that you don't really notice at first. But as you grow older, more pebbles get added to that backpack. Every time you're followed around in a store, every time someone assumes the worst about you because of the color of your skin, another pebble gets tossed in. By the time you reach adulthood, that backpack is full of pebbles and it's heavy. But because you've been carrying it so long, you don't even realize how much weight you're carrying. It's just part of life. But in that boutique in St. Lucia, it was like someone had taken that backpack off my shoulders. I've never felt that feeling of freedom before. Standing on the shore at the end of my trip, I thought about all Black Americans who might never know this feeling, who would never experience what it feels like to walk into a store and just be. But it's not just about being Black in America. Everyone who has ever been in a minority situation, no matter where they are in the world, deserves to feel what I felt. It's an experience that can help you reshape your understanding of yourself and the world around you. It gives you a glimpse of what life can be, what it should be, when you're not weighted down by the expectations and the judgments of others. And it's an experience that can inspire a deeper empathy for those who live every day under the shadow of other.